the
Hi,
show.
Catherine. Thank you. Hi, everyone.
All right, let's probably start off with having you briefly introduce yourself for the benefit of our audience.
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Shi. I'm the founder of Tokenized Exchange. Tokenized Exchange started back in late 2017, back in Singapore. Then shortly after 6 months, we entered Malaysia market and throughout the whole license motions, which started early 2019. We are very fortunate to be one of the 3. Now I think it's 4 licensed exchange in Malaysia.
Talk about cryptocurrency right now. It's been around for some time, probably other countries are way before us. So how would you describe investing in crypto to the new investors, for people who are new to this?
I think we like to use this analogy where we like to compare, cryptocurrency, where its underlying technology is blockchain to internet, right? It's like we like to say it is the internet 2.0, right? The next level internet or the internet money, right? Because literally cryptocurrency is actually transferred through internet, right? So it's sort of like internet money. So I think to put it in simple, we would like to compare it on that. But if you want to know more, I can explain a bit more, like what is cryptocurrency and what is the blockchain underlying technology, how blockchain works.
I think let's make it very like a dummy proof, like make it like in the most simplest point that you can ever, to explain to someone new. Because I think some people might just start off from hardware, from seeing other people investing. I think that is pretty common as what I can see. So it would be good to really understand at least quite fully.
So cryptocurrency, if you take a step back, we can mention it as like internet money, and it's very similar to how how now most of the country they want to move into cashless society, right? So it works exactly the same. The only difference is that like let's say we talk about cashless right now, we talk about ringgit. There's a country behind it. There's BNM behind it, right? There's a central bank behind it. Where cryptocurrency is not, right? It's actually established through a network, and this network is actually people who believe in it, right? There are miners who actually contribute their machines to run the nodes and facilitate the network. And the network itself is actually just a ledger, right? Just like this ledger is not kept by a person, it's kept by a community, right, who facilitate this network. And every transaction is recorded by a group of people instead of just like one people. Right? Like, let's say Catherine is keeping the ledger, and if Catherine is keeping the ledger, she can change the amount of money or change the numbers anytime that she like, right? But if it's kept by a community, then it have more witnesses and you have more party to actually validate the transaction. Right? If Catherine just change it, I'm in the community, I will say that, hey, Catherine, why you change the ledger? Why you change the numbers? Right? So this actually established a technology where it's a tamper proof, right? You cannot tamper the data, you cannot and the data become immutable, and where we can trust and become a trustless technology. So this is all the relations. But if you want to summarize, you can always take a simple analogy: is that it's the internet money. It's a new form of money, right? Digital money.
Okay, thanks for that. All right. So nowadays we are started seeing more and more cryptocurrency platform in Malaysia, especially regulated by SC. Those are the ones that people want to really trust and want to invest on. So could you explain to us how is tokenized similar or different compared to the other platforms?
So cryptocurrency platforms, in Malaysia, currently there are 4 licensed, right, under Security Commission Malaysia, and Tokenized is one of them. Pretty much our business model is the same. We provide accessibility for the mass market, right, in Malaysia to be able to buy with ringgit, right, to cryptocurrency or so-called the digital asset like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. So we are like accessible or the gateway for the newcomers to be able to buy with ringgits to all these up and rising asset class. If one thing that you maybe want to differentiate with other platforms is that we put a lot of human touch. We do a lot of webinar on a monthly basis. We emphasize a lot on educations, right, and awareness, so that the new comer can better understand what is cryptocurrency, what is blockchain, and how they can kickstart their investment journey in this domain. So I will say that maybe it's a bit different.
That is good to know. Next question would be, that would be interesting. So what is your own experience investing in crypto?
My investment journey is quite smooth and smooth sailing one. I started way back in 2017, which is one of the hottest bull run, right? Of course, I think this year will be more interesting. But back then, I remember I just started with like $500, and within 2 weeks, I think I enjoy almost 100% of the growth. So it's something that I have never experienced before in other traditional asset class, and that attract a lot of my attention. And the reason when I kickstart my cryptocurrency journey is I will say the reason is a bit different because I'm a coder before I started tokenized exchange. So I just have to buy the cryptocurrency, which is Ethereum back then, to testing with some code to deploy a smart contract, so-called. Right. So that's why I have to buy. Yeah, smart contract. So I buy it. It's not with an investment mindset. I buy it with it's like with a utility mindset that I have to have that so that I can code something and test it out with this kind of new innovations. But little did I know that throughout the process, because I buy a small chunk, and the remaining small chunk that I never use, experience like double appreciations, a bit of flip burning. And then it attract a lot of my attention, and I put more time to really study about it and understand more different form of cryptocurrency. Then I start to build a portfolio across, and in the end, it's very rewarding. Back then, it's very rewarding, and that's also inspired me. How to make the whole ecosystem more efficient, and how what are the role that I can play in this ecosystem, and that's also how tokenized exchange come about.
That's interesting. All right. So now that you've been through the journey, you probably got a different starting point from as compared to others, or maybe some would have the similar ones. So if you were to share a couple of tips, maybe your top 3 tips about investing in crypto, what would that be?
Top 3 tips. I think in our industry we like to say DYOR, means do your own research, right? So I think do your own research or due diligence is very important. That's always have to come first. The second is about risk management, right? Always invest with the money that you can lose, right? So that you don't have a worry and you can sleep peacefully at night, right? The third one is find a trust and secure platform, right? That's why I think in Malaysia is very fortunate. There's a license exchange already. So to kickstart with, it's always good to fall back to the license or regulated exchanges, so that at least know that we are always there and we have governance behind us, right? So I think that's the 3 things I can really summarize. Hopefully it's helpful for the newcomers.
Yeah. I think that's pretty important. Are there any things that you would advise the new investor to actually watch out for? Be careful with this, or are there any things that you come about?
I think can watch my PF, right, to get more education, more updated information. I think that's one way, right? I think, and also because of that, then you can hear my sharing. I think that's very important. To find a trusted and reliable source is always very crucial for your financial investor. Right? I think that's very essential. And I think end of the day, try to verify the sources with few parties. Don't just rely on one, because I think these 2 years during COVID period, there are more increasing scam and fraud, right? You can see from SMS, you can see from all kind of scams that is happening across. So I think that we have to be very careful and don't too quick fall into prey into fast money or those I think is a few red flag that we really have to watch on. Yeah.
I think to summarize, those were the top 3 tips. Number 1 being know what you're investing in, study, make a lot of research, fully understand what you're investing. The second one would be
put money that you can afford to lose. Right?
Yeah. Do you categorize crypto as a high risk investment, honestly?
Yeah, definitely. I think cryptocurrency is still a high risk investment, right? That's why there's always high risk, high return, where we have to keep in mind it's very volatile. So we only size our investment size accordingly where we can afford to lose it, right? Let's say the worst case scenario, you go to 0, we don't feel the impact, right? If we have that kind of stress test, I think we are good to go, right? We are good to allocate a certain percentage into this portfolio.
Yep. I think that is a very, very important point. And also it goes back to the first point, where if you really fully understand, even though it's a high risk investment, if it's something that you can take, your point about invest with money that you can lose, basically the proportion of your asset that can be allocated for these aspects, then that should be good. And finally, definitely most importantly, is invest on a regulated and trusted site. Tokenize is one of them.